Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for the Sun Bear Zodiac of the Deer. So, hello and welcome to my fellow deer. So I am doing things a little bit differently this month for January 2025. Instead of the medicine wheel spread that I normally do, I am doing a classic Celtic cross spread. I'm using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck for the initial spread. I'll be clarifying with the 1909 tarot, and at the very end of the reading, I will pull three main themes from the Sacred Forest Oracle for the deer. So let's get started on the reading for the deers. We start with our current energy. And our current energy is the butterfly. I love it. So I would say that many deer, if not all of them, are going through a process of transformation right now, undergoing huge changes. Um, and it is saying just to be definitely be patient and kind with yourself during this time of huge transformation. Next, we go to our crossing energy. Now, this energy can either help us or hinder us. In this case, I see it going to help us. We have the elephant energy, and I would have to say, in this deck, the elephant is probably my favorite card in the deck. The elephant energy is wise. It's a card of good fortune. It's an unstoppable energy. The elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So for the deer this month, there's a lot of transformation, and it's like any obstacles that are coming up this month of January, we're just going to be crushing right through them. So I love it. Let's clarify that butterfly and elephant energy. So with the butterfly and the elephant, we have the Seven of Wands. So it does say that we will face some obstacles and some challenges, and we may have to, there may be some need or desire to defend ourselves and our position at this time. But again, just remember that you had that elephant, which is, like I said, the destroyer of obstacles, the unstoppable energy. So again, if anybody comes up against us, no biggie, no biggie. All right. Next, we go to the area of our foundation. And here we have Nightingale energy. So the Nightingale energy, this is all about having a fearless voice, and this is in our foundation. So our voices are going to be very important this month. So don't be afraid to speak what is on your heart, not necessarily what is on your mind, but speak what is on your heart this month. Mm. And again, yes, if there is something that needs to be said, definitely say it. Just make sure that when you speak, you are speaking freely, but with kindness. Let's clarify this Nightingale energy. Oops. So with the Nightingale, we have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is all about valuing your emotions and your feelings. So I feel, again, with that Nightingale, this is what we're going to be communicating with people. This is what what is going to be on our heart. We are going to be speaking, again, from our hearts. We are going to be sharing our emotions this month. And honestly, I feel like this is coming up in our foundation. So it's like our emotions and being able to communicate our emotions is going to be what keeps us strong and solid this month. So again, don't be afraid to speak up and say what's on your heart this month. Next, we go to the area of our mind. And here we have this owl energy. Uh, so another card of wisdom. So the elephant was, again, also very wise. But the owl is also a card of wisdom, and it says that wisdom is on your side. I feel for a lot of us deers, this past year has been quite something, and it has been full of a lot of transformation for us. And we have gained a lot of wisdom in this past year and the experiences that we have had. And again, I just feel like a lot of abundance and good fortune coming in. The message I'm getting is that treasures are on the way. So I love that. But let's clarify that owl energy. So with the owl, we have the Knight of Swords. So I would say there's a lot of wisdom rolling around in our mind. I would also say that our minds are moving very, very fast. We are very sharp this month. Okay. And again, for some of us, we may have to slow it down just a little bit. For some of us, we may be okay. Deer tend to be able to handle a lot going on in their mind. So I do feel, like I said, I don't think it's a lot going on in like a bad way. It's just we have a lot of ideas, a lot of inspiration, and a lot of things that we want to share with people. And again, you have that nightingale voice. So again, we want to share the wisdom that we have gained over this past year. Next, we go to the area of the past, and I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. Beaver, busy little beavers. Us deer have been busy little beavers this past, and again, I would say this past year. Most of us have been very, very busy, and most of us have been putting a lot of hard work into ourselves, which probably hadn't done a lot of before this past year. But let's clarify this beaver energy. So with the beaver, yes, we have the sun. And again, the sun is the best card in the deck. So again, we were really busy this past year. And we put in a lot of hard work to get where we are now. But again, where we are is in a place of happiness and joy and being comfortable with who we are. So I love it. And I think a lot of us also too um, have probably made peace with our pasts. Okay, we've done some shadow work and made some peace with the things in our past that we weren't necessarily overly thrilled with. All right, next we go to the area of the very near future. And here we have zebra energy. And again, I love this energy too. This is an energy of being eccentric, creative, visionary. It's also a card of being young at heart, which I think most of us deer are very young at heart. It also is a card of undying curiosity. So Spirit is asking us in the very near future to really allow our minds to expand. Um, Expand your view of the world, the view of yourself, and the view of other people. Some of us actually could be traveling as well with this zebra energy. But let's go ahead and clarify that energy. So with the zebra, yeah, we have the world, and the world is like a completion, an ending of a cycle. But again, always with the end of a cycle, there's always a new beginning, and I think that again, this new beginning, um, because again, I do think that we've been on a cycle of healing, probably for the past year, really working hard on ourselves, like I said, with that beaver energy. Um, but we're coming up to the end of this cycle. And the new cycle, the next cycle beginning, Spirit is kind of asking us to have a little bit more fun, be a little bit more young at heart, and tap into that inner child a little bit. Next, we go down to the area of the next few months. And here we have the bear energy. And again, the bear energy is also another card of personal transformation. So I would say that the transformation, uh, again, we had the world, which is a completion. So we have finished one transformation, but we are not done, it says. Okay. There's still more transformation. And to be honest with you, I don't think we're ever done. Okay. So, yes, celebrate the transformations that you have made this past year, but also know that there's going to be many more in this year to come. But let's clarify that bear energy. So with the bear, we have the Nine of Swords. Um, So the Nine of Swords can be a card of anxiety, but for me, usually it's a card of repeating patterns. Now, in the fact that it's coming up with the bear in the area of the next few months, and again, a lot of personal transformation and inner strength, I feel like some of us could catch ourselves possibly falling back into old patterns that we've had. But again, I don't see this as something where we're going to stay in that energy. It's like we're going to slip just a little bit into some of those old patterns, but very quickly we're going to catch ourselves and we're going to go, no, we're not going down this path again. We're not repeating that pattern. We're going to transform this situation. So that's what I feel for the next few months for you. Next, we go to the area of our closest relationships. And here we have elk energy. So the elk energy is very stable, very resilient, and very supportive. So I feel like the people around you, your closest relationships, are going to be very, very supportive of you at this time. And you are going to feel very established in yourself um, this month. So I love it. But let's clarify that elk energy. Yes, that's funny. So with the elk, we have the emperor. So yes, I definitely feel again, so your closest relationships, the people that are closest to you, they're going to be very stable for you at this time. But again, also, like I said, I feel like you are going to be feeling very established in yourself. The emperor, I always say, is like a boss-like energy. Okay, so I would say that, yeah, we are definitely sitting in that stable boss-like energy this month, and I love it. Next, we go to the area of our hopes and fears. And here we have the swan energy. So the swan is effortless creativity. So I think that's what we're hoping for this month is that effortless creativity. Uh, some of us actually could too. It would be a good idea to journal and write down and do some reflection on the past year and look at the hopes and fears that you had at the beginning of last year and how they played out throughout the year. You know, what were they, were your fears, justified? Were your hopes, did you manifest your hopes and your dreams? So I would definitely spend some time reflecting on the past year with this swan energy. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. A lot of hope with that swan energy. But let's clarify that swan. All right. With the swan, we have the Knight of Wands. Hmm. So I do feel like there is some potent energy here with this Queen of Wands. Like again, you have, oh, there is more transformation coming for you. Um, and, with the Knight of Wands, it's asking you to be excited about it. It's asking you to move forward with passion and excitement about the next transformation, the next thing. So yeah, just go forward with like I said, passion and enthusiasm and fun. Make it fun as well. All right. Next we have the last card in the spread, and this is the outcome card. And here we have the black egg. And I do find that interesting because you had the nightingale energy, and the black egg represents our fifth chakra, which is our throat chakras. So this is about speaking from an authentic voice. Again, which I do believe, I do believe that we will have the confidence. And like I said, this is our foundation for this month, this communication. So it's like, we start with communication and we end with communication. Um, and again, the one thing, I would ask yourself this month uh, about the concept of truth itself. What do you know to be true? What do you know to be true about yourself, about the world, about the people around you? And again, I would also just say avoid people pleasing, um, gossip, um, or repeating stories to ourselves to justify behaviors is what's coming through there. But let's clarify that black egg. So with the black egg, we have the 10 of Wands. So I think what could be communicated this month possibly could have to do with carrying the burdens of other people. So speaking up and putting, like it's putting boundaries in place, and again, with a kind heart, just, saying, sorry, this is not my burden to carry. I can love you and I can support you through this, but I can't carry the burden for you. This could be something that needs to be communicated this month. Okay, now we will pull the three main themes for the deer for January 2025. All right, so we have dragon, power, wild rose fairy, love, and Raven Spirit, Truth. So again, I definitely say, like, we are definitely, like I said, two fifth chakra cards, two throat chakra, two cards of speaking your truth. Okay, so truth is going to be very important to the deer this month, but also speaking that truth from a place of love, being able to communicate those truths, even the hard ones, while coming from a place of love. And this is where our power lies, is in our ability to communicate with love. So I think this is great. I think this is very fitting for the deer. So truth, love, and power are the three main themes for the deer for the month of January. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.